There is a voice that speaks when the world goes quiet. It is the tireless narrator of your day, replaying conversations, examining expressions, and searching for hidden meanings that were never there. It is the architect of tomorrow, building intricate scenarios, rehearsing potential conflicts, and trying to solve problems that have not yet arrived. This voice, this constant companion, believes its work is essential. It believes that if it just thinks a little harder, plans a little more thoroughly, or worries with a little more intensity, it can protect you from all possible harm. And so, while your body lies here, longing for the deep release of sleep, a part of your mind is still hard at work, convinced that its vigilance is the only thing keeping you safe. You can feel the exhaustion of it, a weariness that settles not just in your bones, but in your very soul. It is the profound tiredness that comes from being at war with the silence, a battle fought every night on the soft field of your own pillow. What if the journey into sleep isn't about forcing that voice into silence? What if it is not a battle to be won, but a misunderstanding to be cleared? Consider that this endless spinning of thoughts is not a flaw or a malfunction. It is, in its own way, a profound act of love from a part of you that is trying desperately to keep you safe. It just doesn't know how to rest. It has forgotten that the greatest safety, the deepest restoration, is found not in more thinking, but in letting go. Tonight, we are not going to fight the mind. We are not going to try to empty it. Instead, we will gently invite it to join the rest of your being in a well-deserved peace. We will explore a quiet that is not empty, but full of presence, full of trust, and full of the body's ancient wisdom. By the end of our time together, you may find that the silence you were seeking was here all along, just beneath the surface of the noise, waiting patiently for you to return home to it. So let us begin this gentle journey inward. There is nothing for you to do, nothing to achieve. Your only task is to listen, to feel, and to allow. Let your body grow heavy and soft against the surface that holds you. Feel the simple, undeniable fact of contact, the weight of your head on the pillow, the gentle pressure of the blankets resting upon you. This is real. This is here. This is now. Notice the air in the room. Is it cool against your skin, or is it warm and still? Simply notice it, without judgment. This space around you is your sanctuary for the night. It is a haven, sealed off from the demands of the day and the worries of tomorrow. Within these walls, you are safe. You are free to simply be. Now bring your awareness to your jaw. Without even realizing it, we often hold so much tension here. It is where we clench down on unspoken words, where we brace ourselves against stress. See if you can invite a little softness into this area. You might allow your teeth to part ever so slightly, letting your tongue rest comfortably in the bottom of your mouth. Imagine the powerful muscles on either side of your face simply letting go, releasing their tight grip. Feel the wave of release that can flow from this one simple act, a letting go that signals to your entire nervous system that it is time to stand down. And now, allow that same gentle awareness to drift down into your shoulders. Throughout the day, our shoulders have a tendency to creep up toward our ears, carrying the weight of our responsibilities and our concerns. They become hangers for all the burdens we feel we must carry. Tonight, you have permission to set those burdens down, just for now. You can pick them up again in the morning if you choose, but for tonight, they do not belong here. Feel your shoulders releasing their upward climb. Let them grow heavy, melting down and away from your neck. Imagine them spreading wider, creating space and ease across your upper back. With this release comes a sense of lightness, a feeling of being unburdened. Let your attention now travel down your arms and into your hands. Our hands are our tools for doing, for fixing, for holding on. They curl into fists when we are frustrated. They grasp when we are afraid of losing something. Tonight, there is nothing to do, nothing to fix, and nothing to hold on to. Invite your fingers to gently uncurl. Let your hands rest open, palms up or down, whatever feels most natural. Feel the energy in them soften from a state of readiness to a state of receptive peace. This simple gesture of opening the hands is a powerful message to the mind. It says, I am willing to receive. I am willing to let go of control. I trust in this moment of rest. Feel the wholeness of your body now, resting here in this quiet room. Each part, having been given permission to release, contributes to a growing sense of peace. This bed, this room, this moment, it is all a sanctuary. It is a space dedicated entirely to your restoration. The only job here is to rest. The only goal is to be present with the simple, profound reality of your own being. The world outside will continue with its noise and its motion, but in here there is only stillness. There is only the soft rhythm of your own breath, a quiet anchor in the present moment. And as your body sinks deeper into this state of release, we extend the same invitation to the mind. The part of you that has been working so hard, narrating and planning, can finally take a rest. We can say to it, gently and with gratitude, thank you for your hard work today. Thank you for trying so hard to protect me. Your work is done for now. I am safe here. You have permission to be quiet. You have permission to rest alongside the body. Notice how this feels. Not as a command to be silent, but as a compassionate invitation to join in the peace that is already beginning to unfold. You are creating a space where the only task is to receive the gift of rest, allowing the voice behind the noise to finally grow quiet, not because it was forced, but because it finally feels safe enough to do so. All is well. And now, as your body continues its journey into profound rest, we can turn our attention with that same gentle curiosity to the inner world of the mind. Even as the muscles soften and the breath deepens, you may notice that the mind continues its quiet hum, its familiar dance of images, words, and feelings. There is no need to stop this. There is no need to wish it were different. For this moment, let's simply become an observer. Imagine yourself lying not just in your bed, but at the bottom of a vast and peaceful night sky. Your awareness is this sky, endless, deep, and fundamentally still. And the thoughts that arise within your mind, these are simply clouds, drifting across the immense expanse of your awareness. Some thoughts may be like small, wispy clouds, barely there. A fleeting memory, a single word, an image that dissolves as quickly as it appears. Others might be larger, more defined, like clouds that take the shape of a conversation you had today, or a task that awaits you tomorrow. And sometimes, a thought may feel like a heavy, dark storm front, full of worry or regret, moving slowly and seeming to block out all the stars. The work here is not to push the clouds away, nor is it to make the sky clear. The work is simply to notice them, to watch them drift by without getting on them and flying away with them. You are the sky, not the clouds. Your nature is this vast, silent, accepting space. As you continue to watch, you might begin to notice a pattern. You may see that the mind, in its creative and tireless way, tends to tell two great stories, especially at night. The first is the story of yesterday. These are the replay clouds. The mind, like a diligent archivist, pulls up files from the day. It replays a conversation, examining it from every angle. It freezes on an awkward moment, wondering, what if I had said this instead? It magnifies a small mistake until it feels significant. This is not a malfunction. This is the mind's attempt to learn, to make sense of the world, to understand social cues, and improve for the future. It is a process of integration. So when you see these replay clouds drifting by, you don't need to engage with them or fix them. You can simply label them softly in your mind. Ah, that is the story of yesterday. And then you watch it float on, dissolving back into the vastness from which it came. The other great story the mind tells is the story of tomorrow. These are the rehearsal clouds. The mind acts as a tireless strategist, trying to prepare you for every possible future. It builds schedules and to-do lists. It rehearses a difficult conversation, trying out different lines. It plays out worst-case scenarios, hoping to find a solution in advance that will prevent pain or failure. This, too, is a protective mechanism. It is born from a deep desire to keep you safe and to ensure your well-being. So when you notice these future-focused clouds gathering, you can greet them with the same gentle recognition. You can say to yourself, I see. This is the story of tomorrow. And then you let it pass. You are acknowledging the mind's intention without getting lost in its performance. You are the audience, not the actor in the play. The story of yesterday has already been written. It cannot be changed by reviewing it again and again tonight. The story of tomorrow has not yet begun. It cannot be perfectly controlled by rehearsing it now. The only place where true rest and peace can be found is here, in the present moment, in the vast, silent sky of your own awareness. Feel this truth settle into your body. The thoughts are about the past and the future, but your breath is always happening right now. Your heartbeat is in the present. The feeling of the blankets against your skin is now. These physical sensations are your anchors to the stillness that is always available beneath the movement of the clouds. This practice creates a subtle but profound shift. You begin to create a little space between you, the observer, and the activity of your mind. Before, you may have felt that you were your anxious thoughts. You were the worry. You were the regret. Now, you can begin to see that the thoughts are events that are happening within you. You are the container, not the contents. You are the deep, quiet ocean, and the thoughts are merely waves on the surface. No matter how turbulent the waves become, the depths of the ocean remain undisturbed, peaceful, and still. Your true self is this depth. It is this silent, witnessing presence. Let this feeling of space expand. With every breath out, imagine this inner sky growing even more vast, creating more and more room for the clouds to simply pass through without resistance. There is no judgment here for the content of the clouds. A happy memory cloud is treated with the same gentle detachment as a worry cloud. They are all made of the same ephemeral stuff. They are all temporary visitors in the boundless home of your awareness. This is the beginning of true mental freedom. It is the realization that you do not have to believe every thought that arises. You do not have to follow every story your mind tells. You can simply rest as the silent witness, the peaceful sky, allowing everything to come and go. Notice the quiet strength in this position. It is not a passive act, but an active choice to reside in a deeper part of your being. It is a choice to identify with the stillness rather than the noise. The noise will come and go. The stories of yesterday and tomorrow will continue to play. But you now have a place to rest, a refuge of awareness that is always here, always calm, always whole. Rest in this awareness. You are the silent watcher. And in this silent watching, a profound peace begins to dawn. Not because the thoughts have stopped, but because you are no longer lost within them. You are home. As you rest in this newfound space, this quiet awareness that is the sky to your thoughts' clouds, we can take this understanding one step deeper. We can begin to change our entire relationship with the thinking mind, moving from frustration and resistance to a place of profound compassion and acceptance. Consider this for a moment. What if this relentless overthinking, this mental spinning that keeps you from the peace of sleep, is not a flaw in your design? What if it is not a sign of being broken, but rather a sign of a deeply protective and powerful part of you working overtime? Imagine that the part of your mind that generates these worries and replays is like a tireless guard stationed at the gates of your well-being. This guard has been on duty for a very, very long time, perhaps since you were very young. Its primary mission, its sole purpose, is to protect you from harm. It believes, with every fiber of its being, that the best way to protect you is to anticipate every possible threat, to analyze every past mistake, and to solve every potential problem before it ever happens. And so, it scans the horizon of the future for danger, creating those what-if scenarios. It sifts through the archives of the past, looking for clues to prevent future pain. It works without pause, fueled by a deep and unwavering loyalty to you. When you see it from this perspective, the mind's activity is not an attack on your peace. It is a misguided attempt at protection. It is a profound, if exhausting, act of love. The anxious part of your mind is not your enemy. It is more like an overzealous guardian that has forgotten that the castle is safe, that the drawbridge can be raised for the night, and that it, too, is allowed to rest. It doesn't know that its constant vigilance is actually causing the very distress it is trying to prevent. It doesn't realize that the greatest danger right now is not some imagined future catastrophe, but the simple, profound exhaustion of the present moment. This guard is so focused on external threats that it doesn't see that the kingdom is suffering from a lack of rest. With this understanding, a new response becomes possible. Instead of fighting the guard, instead of yelling at it to be quiet, we can approach it with kindness. We can walk up to this tireless sentry and offer it a word of gratitude. You can do this now, in the quiet of your own being. You can silently, gently, say to that part of your mind, "Thank you. Thank you for working so hard to protect me. I see how tirelessly you have been standing guard, trying to keep me safe. I appreciate your dedication. I appreciate your strength." Feel the shift that this creates inside you. It is a movement from inner conflict to inner harmony. You are no longer at war with yourself. You are beginning a dialogue of peace with a part of you that has been trying its best with the tools that it has. Your mind is incredibly powerful. The same energy that creates intricate worry scenarios is the same energy that creates brilliant ideas, that solves complex problems, that imagines beautiful art. It is a force of immense creativity. Tonight, it is simply channeling that creative energy into the genre of disaster prevention. Acknowledging its power is not the same as believing its stories. You can honor the engine without having to take a ride in the car it builds. You can say, "I see the incredible effort you are putting into building this story about tomorrow's meeting. It is very detailed. Thank you. But right now, we don't need that story. Right now, what we need is rest." This is a radical act of self-compassion. It is looking at the most frustrating part of your inner experience and choosing to meet it with understanding rather than judgment. For so long, you may have believed the message that an overthinking mind is a problem to be solved. You may have tried to discipline it, to ignore it, to numb it, and yet it persists because it believes its job is too important to abandon. It feels unheard. Tonight, we are finally listening. We are hearing the intention behind the noise. The intention is safety. The intention is care. It is a primitive, instinctual drive to protect the self. And when we can truly honor that intention, something miraculous begins to happen. The guard, feeling seen and appreciated for the first time, might just begin to lower its spear. It might just begin to entertain the possibility that maybe, just maybe, it is safe to rest. Feel this gratitude moving through you. It is not a technique. It is a genuine feeling of appreciation for the incredible, complex, and protective machine of your own consciousness. This mind has helped you navigate countless challenges. It has learned from mistakes. It has planned successful endeavors. It has carried you through to this very moment. Its exhaustion is a testament to its loyalty. So let your gratitude be a soft blanket that you can wrap around this tired, vigilant part of yourself. Let it know that its service is valued, that its efforts have been seen. And then, with that same gentle spirit, let it know that its shift is over for the night. You, the compassionate leader of your inner kingdom, are taking over the watch. And you have determined that the most protective, most healing, and most intelligent thing to do right now is to grant the entire kingdom a night of deep, restorative peace. This is the moment where true change begins, not by force, but by friendship, not by silencing the mind, but by understanding it so deeply that it willingly becomes quiet. It lays down its weapons because it finally trusts that you are safe without them. Rest in this feeling of inner alliance. There is no part of you that is against you. Every part is working for your survival and well-being. Tonight, you are simply guiding all of those parts toward a new understanding of what safety truly feels like. It feels like this quiet, this softness, this surrender into sleep. As you hold that part of your mind in gentle gratitude, let's zoom out for a moment and place this experience in a wider context. It is so easy, in the deep quiet of the night, when you are the only one awake in your home, to feel completely alone in this struggle. It can feel like a personal failing, a unique flaw in your own wiring that keeps you trapped in this cycle of thought while the rest of the world sleeps peacefully. But I want to assure you, with the deepest sincerity, that you are not alone in this, not even close. What you are experiencing right now, this hum of a mind that won't switch off, is one of the most fundamentally shared experiences of our modern human condition. All over the world, at this very moment, in countless beds, in countless rooms, there are millions of other people lying awake, just like you. They are replaying their days. They are worrying about their tomorrows. They are listening to the same tireless inner narrator. If we could see it all at once, it would look like a constellation of quiet, sleepless lights dotting the dark globe. A silent brotherhood and sisterhood of overthinkers, each feeling isolated in their own private battle. There is a strange comfort in this, isn't there? Knowing that your experience is not an anomaly, but a part of the vast, intricate tapestry of human consciousness. The content of your thoughts is unique to you, of course. Your worries, your memories, your plans. But the process, the underlying mechanism of a mind trying to protect itself, is universal. It is the shared hum of our species. And let us be clear about something. The exhaustion you feel is real, and it is valid. This mental vigilance is incredibly tiring work. Imagine if you had to physically stand guard all night, pacing back and forth, peering into the darkness, ready for any threat. You would be utterly depleted by morning. Well, your mind has been doing the energetic equivalent of that, night after night. It has been running complex simulations, accessing vast databases of memory, and maintaining a state of high alert. This consumes a tremendous amount of energy. So when you feel that bone-deep weariness, that sense that you have run a marathon just by lying in bed, honor that feeling. It is a true and accurate reflection of the effort your mind has been expending on your behalf. You are not tired for no reason. You are tired because a part of you has been working one of the hardest jobs imaginable. We can use a simple analogy here. Imagine your mind is the most loyal and dedicated guard dog in the world. Its only job is to protect its home and its beloved owner, you. During the day, it is alert and helpful, barking at strangers, fetching the paper, playing its role perfectly. But when night comes, it doesn't know how to stop. It continues to pace the perimeter, barking at the rustle of leaves, growling at the shadow of a passing car. It is doing its job with profound loyalty, but its constant barking is keeping the entire household awake. You wouldn't get angry at the dog for its loyalty, would you? You wouldn't punish it for trying to protect you. You would approach it with kindness. You would stroke its head, speak to it in a calm, reassuring voice, and say, "Good boy. Thank you for your work. The house is safe now. It is time for us all to rest." You would lead it to its soft bed and give it permission to sleep. Tonight, this is precisely what we are doing with our own minds. We are the calm, loving owner, approaching the loyal but overactive guard dog within. We are offering it reassurance, not reprimand. We are communicating that the threats it perceives are just shadows, just rustling leaves. We are giving it a direct, compassionate instruction that its duty is complete for the day. This simple act of giving the mind permission to rest is profoundly powerful. For so long, it has been operating under the assumption that it must stay on duty. It has never been told that it is allowed to stand down. It has never been given the password to peace. That password is permission. Permission to stop planning. Permission to stop analyzing. Permission to let the unknowns of tomorrow remain unknown, just for tonight. Permission to simply be still. Feel the truth of this normalization spreading through your being. It is a wave of relief. You are not broken. You are not malfunctioning. You are simply human, equipped with a magnificent, ancient brain that is hardwired for survival. In a world of constant information, endless stimulation, and complex social pressures, this survival mechanism has simply gone into overdrive. It hasn't adapted to the fact that, right now, in the safety of your bed, there are no tigers to fight off, no immediate dangers to evade. Your mind is a brilliant prehistoric tool trying to navigate a modern digital world, and sometimes it just gets a little confused. Our job is not to fix it, but to gently guide it back to the reality of the present moment. And the reality of this moment is safety. It is warmth. It is quiet. So take a slow, deep breath in, and as you breathe out, imagine you are releasing that feeling of being flawed or alone. Breathe out the idea that this is a personal problem you must solve. And as you breathe in, imagine you are inhaling a sense of shared humanity. Inhale the comforting knowledge that you are part of a vast community of souls, all learning how to rest in this busy world. You are connected to them all through this shared experience. There is no shame in this. There is only the human condition, unfolding in the quiet hours of the night. You are simply learning a new skill, the skill of reassuring your own loyal guard, of teaching it the profound and healing art of letting go. And tonight, you are giving it the greatest gift it could ever receive, the clear, loving permission to finally rest. As this sense of shared experience settles around you like a warm, comforting blanket, let's turn our attention to the feeling that lies just beneath the exhaustion. It is a deep and profound longing, a desire for just a few moments of inner silence, a yearning for a single, quiet space between the endless stream of thoughts. Can you feel that desire within you right now? It is not an aggressive demand, but a soft, persistent ache. It is the part of you that knows, on a cellular level, that this constant mental noise is not your natural state. Your natural state is peace. Your birthright is stillness. And this nightly struggle with the thinking mind feels like a violation of that natural order. It is so important to honor this feeling, to validate the part of you that feels that this constant mental chatter is stealing something precious from you, because it is. It is stealing your rest, the deep, restorative sleep that your body and mind need to heal and regenerate. It is stealing your energy for the coming day, leaving you starting the morning already depleted, already behind. It is stealing your sense of presence, your ability to simply be in your life without the constant filter of analysis and worry. This feeling of being robbed is not an exaggeration. It is a genuine and valid response to the experience of chronic overthinking. So, for a moment, let go of any guilt or self-judgment you might have for feeling frustrated or even angry at your own mind. Allow yourself to fully acknowledge this deep, human desire for quiet. It is the soul's cry for home, the home of inner peace. Think of your mind as a beautiful, powerful radio. This radio has the capacity to tune into countless stations of creativity, joy, focus, and love. But for some reason, it has gotten stuck on one station, the 24-hour news channel of worry and analysis. It just plays the same headlines over and over. What went wrong today? Followed by, what might go wrong tomorrow? The volume is turned up loud, and the off button seems to be broken. It is no wonder you feel weary. It is no wonder you crave silence. Living with that constant, blaring noise is draining. It creates a background static of anxiety that colors every experience, And lying here in the quiet of the night, with no other distractions, the sound of that radio can become deafening. Your longing for silence is the most natural, healthy response you could possibly have. It is the first step toward learning how to change the station. We must validate the feeling that this mental noise is not just an inconvenience. It is a profound form of self-deprivation. It keeps you from the vital nourishment of sleep. Sleep is not a luxury. It is a biological necessity, as essential as air, water, and food. It is the time when your body repairs tissues, when your brain consolidates memories, clears out metabolic waste, and processes emotional experiences. When the mind's chatter prevents this from happening, it is actively working against your physical and mental health, even with its good intentions of keeping you safe. So the feeling of desperation that can sometimes arise in the middle of the night, the silent plea of "please, just let me sleep," is the deepest wisdom of your body speaking. It is your entire being crying out for the healing it knows it needs and deserves. So let's make this a conscious and deliberate moment of affirmation. Let this truth sink in, not just as an idea, but as a felt reality in every cell of your body. You can repeat these words silently to yourself, letting them resonate in the quiet space of your heart. You deserve this rest. Let that land. It is not something you have to earn. It is not a reward for a productive day. It is not conditional on having solved all your problems. You deserve rest simply because you exist. Because you are a living, breathing being who needs periods of deep quiet to thrive. Feel the unconditional nature of this truth. You deserve this rest, right here, right now, exactly as you are. And now, the second part of this truth. It is your natural birthright to experience peace. Peace is not some far-off spiritual goal for a select few. It is your factory setting. It is the baseline of your being, the deep, silent ground from which all thoughts and emotions arise. The noise is the weather. The peace is the sky. You have simply forgotten the sky because the weather has been so stormy for so long. But the sky has never gone away. It has always been there, waiting patiently behind the clouds. Claiming your right to peace is not an act of aggression. It is a gentle act of remembering. It is coming home to yourself. It is allowing yourself to settle back into the state that has been yours all along. Let these affirmations wash over you. I deserve this rest. It is my natural birthright to experience peace. Say them not with effort, but with a sense of quiet recognition, as if you are remembering a truth you have long known, but somehow forgotten. Feel the resistance in you soften. Any part of you that believes you must keep worrying, that you must stay vigilant, can begin to relax in the face of this deeper, more resonant truth. The need for rest is more fundamental than the need to solve tomorrow's problems tonight. The right to peace is more essential than the need to analyze yesterday's conversations. You are aligning yourself with a more ancient, more powerful law of your own nature, the law of restoration. As you rest in this validation, you are giving yourself a profound gift. You are finally taking your own side in this inner struggle. You are siding with the part of you that needs and deserves peace. This simple shift in allegiance is everything. It changes the inner dynamic from one of self-conflict to one of profound self-care. You are becoming your own champion, your own loving parent, gently but firmly saying to the worried child within, I know you're scared, but it's time for bed now. I will keep you safe. You can let go. You can rest. Now, resting in this deep affirmation that you deserve this peace, let's move from understanding to action. But not the kind of action that requires effort or struggle. This is the action of release, the gentle, graceful art of letting go. We have acknowledged the mind's protective intentions. We have honored the weariness it causes, and we have validated our deep longing for quiet. The next step is a simple yet profound invitation. It is the invitation to gently place all of the thoughts, worries, and plans down just for tonight. Notice the wording. We are not trying to destroy them, banish them, or solve them. We are simply setting them down. The problems, the to-do lists, the unresolved conversations, they will all still be there in the morning if you wish to pick them up again. Nothing will be lost by granting yourself this temporary reprieve. This is not about avoidance. It is about sacred rest. It is about recognizing that the nighttime is not for problem solving. The nighttime is for healing. The nighttime is for gathering strength. And you cannot gather strength while you are still carrying the full weight of the day. So, we will practice the art of setting it down. To help us with this, let's use a simple, powerful visualization. Imagine that throughout your day and into this evening, you have been carrying a heavy backpack. And inside this backpack are all of your worries, each one represented by a heavy gray stone. There is a stone for that deadline at work. There is a stone for a concern about a family member. There is a stone for that awkward comment you made this afternoon. A stone for your financial anxieties. A stone for your health concerns. A stone for that big decision you have to make. Take a moment to feel the immense weight of this backpack, pressing down on your shoulders, straining your back, and draining your energy even as you lie here. You have been carrying this incredible load, and it is no wonder you feel so tired. Now, in your mind's eye, very slowly and deliberately, begin to shrug the straps of this backpack off your shoulders. Feel the movement, the slight shift of weight. One strap slides down your left arm, and then the other slides down your right. You are now free from the straps. The backpack is still near, but it is no longer attached to you. With a gentle intention, reach back and take hold of the top loop of the backpack. Feel its dense, concentrated weight in your hand. And then, with a slow, mindful movement, swing it around and place it on the floor beside your bed. Hear the sound it makes as it lands. A soft, solid thud. The sound of weight meeting the ground. The sound of release. It is done. The entire collection of your worries, your plans, your replays, all the heavy stones, are now safely contained in that backpack on the floor. They have not vanished. They are simply outside of you. They are separate from you. They are no longer your burden to carry, at least not for tonight. And now, in this moment, feel what happens in your body. Feel the immediate, undeniable sensation of lightness. Feel the space that has been created where that weight once was. Your shoulders, now free, can relax even more deeply. Your back can melt more fully into the support of the mattress. Your entire energy field, which was once contracted and burdened, can now expand and soften. This is not just an imagined feeling. This is a real physiological shift. The act of visualizing release sends a powerful signal to your nervous system. It is a message that says, the threat has been contained. The burden has been set down. It is now safe to enter a state of deep rest and repair. Your body responds to this message instantly. Your heart rate may slow. your breathing may deepen. A feeling of warmth and ease may begin to spread through your limbs. This is the physical and energetic experience of letting go. Linger here for a moment and just savor this feeling of lightness. It is the feeling of freedom. The freedom from the self-imposed obligation to carry everything, all at once, all the time. You can even take this visualization a step further. You can imagine that each of the individual stones inside that backpack represents a specific thought pattern. There is the what if stone, heavy and jagged. There is the I should have stone, smooth with years of handling. There is the to-do list stone with its endless sharp edges. By placing the whole bag on the floor, you are making a conscious decision. I do not need to handle any of these individual stones right now. I do not need to examine them, polish them, or rearrange them. I can simply allow them to rest all together outside of me until the sun rises. This act of non-engagement is where true peace begins. You are not fighting the thoughts. You are simply choosing not to carry them. And what remains when the weight is gone? You do. The pure, unburdened awareness that is your true self. The quiet presence that was always there, just underneath the heavy load. This is the you that doesn't need to plan or analyze to exist. The you that is simply here, breathing, being. This lightness is your natural state. This ease is your birthright, which we spoke of earlier. You are not creating a new feeling. You are returning to the feeling that was always waiting for you. The feeling of home. Rest in this lightness. Let it permeate every part of your being. Let it be a reminder that you have the power at any moment to set down what is too heavy to carry. And tonight, you have chosen to set it all down, and in its place, to pick up nothing but peace. Having set down the heavy backpack of your worries, feel that beautiful, spacious lightness that now fills you. In this newly created stillness, we can turn our attention away from the ever-changing story of the mind and towards something far more constant, far more real, the quiet, steady presence of your body. For a while now, let go of any interest in thoughts at all. Let them be like the distant hum of traffic outside your window, audible perhaps, but not the focus of your attention. Instead, bring your awareness fully and completely into the physical sensations of this moment. Guide your attention to the simple, miraculous rhythm of your breath. Without trying to change it in any way, just notice it. Feel the air entering your nostrils, perhaps slightly cooler as it comes in. Follow its path down into your lungs, feeling the gentle expansion of your chest and your abdomen. And then feel the release, the letting go, as the air, now slightly warmer, makes its way back out into the room. This breath is the most faithful anchor you have to the present moment. Thoughts may roam across decades, from the distant past to the imagined future, but the breath is always and only now. Each inhale is a new beginning. Each exhale is a complete release. Rest your entire awareness on this simple, repetitive, life-sustaining rhythm. It requires no thought. It requires no effort. It is the quiet intelligence of your body, happening all on its own. It has been breathing for you every moment of your life, and it will continue to do so as you fall asleep. You can trust it completely. Now, let your awareness expand to include the feeling of your heartbeat. You may not hear it with your ears, but see if you can feel its subtle, steady pulse deep within your chest. It is a quiet, powerful drumbeat, the rhythm of life itself. This heart has been beating for you, tirelessly, since before you were even born. It never stops to worry about the future. It never pauses to regret the past. It simply beats in this moment, and then the next, and then the next. It is a testament to the profound wisdom that animates your physical form, a wisdom that operates far beneath the level of conscious thought. This heartbeat is the rhythm of your stillness, the unwavering pulse of your being. Let the steadiness of it soothe you. Let it be a reminder of the constant, reliable life force that is always present within you, no matter what storms of thought may be raging on the surface. This brings us to a powerful and comforting analogy. Imagine that your being is like a vast, deep ocean. The surface of the ocean is your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, your daily concerns. And this surface can often be turbulent. Waves of anxiety can crash. Storms of anger or sadness can blow through. The surface can be choppy, chaotic, and constantly changing. This is the part of ourselves we are most familiar with, the part we often mistake for the whole. We can spend our entire lives living on this turbulent surface, tossed about by every wave, believing that this chaos is the entirety of who we are. But tonight, you are invited to dive deeper. Imagine yourself sinking gently beneath the waves, below the turbulent surface. As you go down just a few feet, you notice something remarkable. The water becomes calmer. The noise of the crashing waves begins to fade, replaced by a deep, resonant hum. The light changes, becoming softer, more diffused. The frantic energy of the surface gives way to a slow, graceful sense of movement. And as you continue to sink, deeper and deeper, you enter a realm of profound, untouched stillness. Down here, in the vast depths of the ocean, the storms on the surface are a distant, irrelevant memory. There is no turbulence here. There is only a vast, silent, peaceful darkness, a powerful, quiet pressure that holds you in a gentle, firm embrace. This is the deep, silent core of your being. This is your true nature. You are not the waves. You are not the storm. You are the deep, quiet, unshakable stillness of the ocean's depths. Your thoughts and emotions are simply weather patterns passing over your surface. They are temporary events, real in their own way, but they have no power to disturb the profound peace that lies at your core. From this deep place, you can look up and watch the turbulence on the surface with a sense of compassionate detachment. You can see the waves of worry and know, that is not me, that is just weather. You can feel the currents of sadness and understand, this too shall pass. The depths remain still. This is the ultimate refuge. It is the place within you that is always safe, always peaceful, and always whole. Rest now in this feeling of being the deep ocean. Feel your body as this vast, silent, liquid presence. The thoughts that may still arise are now just distant ripples on the far-off surface. They have no power over you here. You are anchored in a stillness that is so profound, so absolute, that the noise of the mind simply cannot penetrate it. This is not something you have to create. It is something you simply have to remember. It is the truth of who you have always been. Beneath the personality, beneath the history, beneath the worry, you are this deep, quiet stillness. The silent, witnessing presence that holds all of your experiences, but is defined by none of them. Let this feeling be your final destination tonight. There is nowhere else to go, nothing else to do. Simply be the ocean. Feel its vastness, its quiet power, its eternal peace. The gentle rocking you feel is the rhythm of your own breath, the slow tide rising and falling. And as you rest here, in the silent depths of your own being, you will find that sleep comes not as something you must chase, but as a natural current that gently carries you away, deeper and deeper into the healing darkness, into the great restorative silence of the night. As you rest in that deep oceanic stillness, a profound realization can begin to dawn. It is one of the most fundamental shifts in perspective we can ever experience, and it holds the key to unlocking a life of greater ease and less struggle, especially when it comes to the nightly dance with our own minds. And the idea is this: you cannot think your way to peace. You cannot arrive at a state of quiet by using the very tool that creates the noise. It is like trying to put out a fire with gasoline, or trying to see the bottom of a lake by stirring up the mud. The thinking mind, with its incredible capacity for analysis, logic, and problem solving, is a magnificent tool for navigating the external world. But it is simply the wrong tool for the job of finding inner stillness. Peace is not a logical conclusion. It is not the final answer to a complex equation. It is not a prize you win after you have successfully worried about every possible outcome and formulated a perfect plan. Peace is not a destination you reach through thought. It is the space you enter when you are willing to let go of thought, even for a moment. It is a state of being, not a state of knowing. It is what is revealed when the clouds of analysis part and you are left with the simple, luminous sky of your own awareness. For so long, we operate under the subconscious belief that if we could just figure it all out, then we would be able to rest. If we could just solve the puzzle of our lives, then we would finally have peace. And so we think harder, we analyze more, we ruminate endlessly, believing we are getting closer to a solution. But all we are really doing is adding more and more energy to the very machine that is creating our exhaustion. Tonight, we are invited to abandon that entire strategy. It is a strategy that has never truly worked, and it never will. The mind cannot solve the problem of itself. Instead, we can reframe this entire experience. The end of thought is not a failure. It is not giving up. It is not an empty, terrifying void. The end of thought is the beginning of trust. It is a conscious choice to shift from the part of you that needs to control and understand everything to the part of you that has a deeper, more intuitive wisdom, the wisdom of the body, the wisdom of the heart. It is the moment you finally say, I have thought about this enough for today. I have done all I can with my analytical mind. Now, I will hand this over to a different kind of intelligence. This is a profound act of humility and strength. It is acknowledging the limits of the conscious mind and trusting that there is a larger, wiser process at work. Think about it. You do not need to think about how to digest your food. You do not need to think about how to heal a cut on your finger. You do not need to think about how to grow your hair. There is a deep, innate intelligence in your body that handles these miraculous, complex processes without any conscious intervention at all. Falling asleep is exactly the same kind of process. It is a natural, biological function that your body knows perfectly well how to perform. The only thing that ever gets in the way is the thinking mind, which believes it needs to supervise, to manage, and to control the process. When you try to think your way to sleep, you are essentially a nervous passenger in a car, grabbing the steering wheel from a calm and expert driver. Your interference is the only thing creating the problem. The true path to sleep and to peace is to let go of the wheel. It is to lean back in the passenger seat, close your eyes, and trust that the driver, your body's ancient wisdom, knows the way home. This is what it means to replace thinking with being. Instead of analyzing your tiredness, you simply feel the sensation of tiredness in your body. Instead of worrying about whether you will fall asleep, you simply feel the sensation of your head on the pillow. Instead of thinking about your breath, you simply feel the experience of breathing. You are moving your attention out of the world of abstract concepts and into the world of direct sensory experience. And in this world, in the simple reality of what is, there are no problems to be solved. There is only sensation. There is only the present moment. And in the present moment, when you are not lost in the stories of past and future, peace is always available. Let's gently plant this new understanding deep within your being, like a seed of wisdom. You can affirm this to yourself, not as a command, but as a gentle reminder of a truth you are now ready to embrace. You have the wisdom to know when it is time to let go of thinking and simply be. Feel the quiet power in that statement. It is not about fighting your thoughts. It is about wisely discerning when their work is done. It is about honoring the thinking mind for its service during the day, and then lovingly giving it permission to rest at night. You are the conductor of your own inner orchestra. The string section of analysis and the brass section of planning have played their part beautifully. But now, it is time for them to go quiet, so that the deep, silent resonance of the basses and cellos, the profound stillness of your being, can finally be heard. This reframing is everything. Peace is not the absence of problems. It is the presence of your own centered awareness, even amidst the unsolved questions of your life. You do not need to have all the answers to be at peace. You only need to be willing to rest in the mystery, to trust that the answers will come in their own time, and that your frantic search for them tonight is not helping. The most intelligent, effective, and healing thing you can do right now is to let go of the search, to release the need to know, and to surrender into the simple, profound, and deeply peaceful state of just being here. Let this be your practice for the moments to come. Whenever you notice the mind trying to pull you back into analysis or planning, gently and without judgment, remind yourself, the mind is trying to help, but this is a time for being, not thinking. And then gently guide your attention back to the physical sensation of your breath, or the feeling of the blankets on your skin. Each time you do this, you are strengthening a new neural pathway. You are building the muscle of release. You are teaching your whole system on the deepest level that peace is not found at the end of a thought, but in the quiet space that lies just beyond it. Resting in this profound understanding that peace comes from being, not from thinking, we can now address the root cause of our overthinking, the deep, primal need for safety. That loyal guard we spoke of earlier, the tireless part of your mind that spins out scenarios and replays the past, is doing so for one reason and one reason only. It is trying to make you feel safe. Its fundamental operating belief is this: if I can anticipate every possible danger and have a plan for everything, then I will be safe. If I can understand exactly what went wrong in the past, I can prevent it from happening again, and then I will be safe. For this part of your mind, safety is a destination that is reached through mental control and exhaustive preparation. Tonight, we are going to gently and lovingly offer it a new definition of safety, a more sustainable, more peaceful, and ultimately more powerful definition. What if true safety is not found in having a perfect plan for every imaginary future? What if instead, true safety is found in trusting your own capacity to handle whatever comes your way when it actually comes? Think about it. You can spend hours tonight worrying about a difficult conversation tomorrow, rehearsing every line, planning for every possible response. But tomorrow, the other person might say something you never anticipated, and your entire script becomes useless. The endless planning did not create safety. It only created a night of lost sleep and heightened anxiety. The old definition of safety is a trap. It leads to an infinite loop of worry, because there is always one more variable, one more what if that the mind can generate. It is a game that can never be won. The new definition of safety is not about controlling the future. It is about trusting your own resilience in the present. It is the deep, quiet confidence that you have the resources, the creativity, and the strength to meet the moments of your life as they unfold. You have done it thousands of times before. You have navigated unexpected challenges. You have survived difficult days. You have found solutions you never could have planned for. Your entire life is a testament to your ability to adapt and respond. True safety is not in having a map for the entire forest. It is trusting that you have a reliable inner compass that will help you find your way, one step at a time. When you shift your focus from controlling the external world to trusting your internal world, the need for obsessive planning begins to dissolve. So, where do we find this more reliable sense of safety? Right here, right now. We find it not in our thoughts, but in our senses. We bring our attention back to the undeniable reality of this present moment, which is the only place we ever truly live. Gently bring your awareness to the feeling of the blankets covering you. Notice their weight, their texture, their warmth. This is real. This is safe. Feel the solid, unwavering support of the mattress beneath you. It is holding you completely. You do not need to do anything to be held. You can let go, and it will not let you fall. This is real. This is safe. Listen to the quiet sounds of your room, the gentle hum of an appliance, the whisper of the wind outside. These are the sounds of this present moment, a moment in which you are fundamentally okay. And most importantly, come back to the rhythm of your own breath, the slow, steady rise and fall of your chest. This breath is the rhythm of safety. It is the rhythm of life, continuing its ancient, peaceful dance. As long as you are breathing, you are alive, you are present, and in this present moment, you are safe. Let this be your anchor. When the mind wants to fly off into 1,000 imagined futures, gently guide it back to the feeling of this one single breath. You can even say to your subconscious, to that worried part of you, I know you are trying to protect me by thinking about tomorrow, but right now, in this moment, feel this breath, feel these blankets, feel this bed. In this moment, we are completely safe. And this moment is the only one that exists. Let's just stay here, where it is safe. This is a retraining process. We are gently teaching the subconscious mind that the feeling of safety is not a future reward for perfect planning, but a present moment experience that is always available through our senses. The more you practice this, the more you anchor yourself in the physical reality of the now, the less power the imagined anxieties of the future will have over you. You are showing your nervous system, through direct experience, that it can stand down. The alarm bells it is ringing are for a fire that does not exist. The only reality is the calm, quiet safety of this bed, in this room, in this breath. This new definition of safety is incredibly liberating. It frees you from the impossible task of controlling the universe. It allows you to release the future, knowing that when it arrives, you will have what it takes to meet it. It gives you permission to inhabit your life fully in the present, rather than constantly living one step ahead in a state of anxious preparation. Safety is not a thought. It is not an idea. It is a feeling. It is the feeling of your body at rest. It is the feeling of your breath flowing freely. It is the feeling of being held and supported by the surface beneath you. Let yourself sink into this feeling now. Marinate in it. Let it become the most dominant reality of your experience. You are reassuring the deepest, most ancient parts of your brain that the hunt is over for today. The tribe is safe in the cave. The fire is warm. The night is peaceful. All is well. There are no tigers in this room. There are only soft pillows and warm blankets. There is only the steady rhythm of your own heart. This is safety. This is what is true. Let your entire being, every cell, every nerve, every muscle, surrender into this profound and simple truth. This present moment is safe, and that is all that has ever mattered, all that will ever matter. Rest in this safety. Let it hold you. Let it be the gentle cradle that rocks you into a deep and trusting sleep. Having anchored ourselves in the profound safety of the present moment, we can now turn our trust inward to an intelligence that is far older and wiser than our thinking mind. This is the innate, effortless wisdom of your body. For a few moments, let your awareness become a curious and appreciative observer of the miracle that is your physical form. Consider the sheer, breathtaking complexity of what is happening within you right now, all without a single conscious instruction from you. As you lie here, your lungs are effortlessly drawing in oxygen, which is then picked up by millions of red blood cells and delivered with perfect precision to trillions of other cells throughout your body. At the same time, they are collecting carbon dioxide, a waste product, and expelling it with every exhale. This is a chemical exchange of staggering complexity, and it happens perfectly, breath after breath, with zero thought. Think of your heart, that tireless muscle, which will beat over 100,000 times in a 24-hour period, pumping life-giving blood through a vascular network that, if laid out, would circle the globe more than twice. It adjusts its rhythm in response to your needs, speeding up for activity and slowing down for rest, all guided by an intelligence that requires no conscious management. While you sleep, your digestive system will be hard at work, breaking down the food from your last meal, extracting nutrients, and methodically delivering them to where they are needed for energy and repair. Your liver, a master chemical factory, will perform hundreds of vital functions, detoxifying your blood and preparing your body for a new day. Your immune system, a vigilant and brilliant army, stands guard, identifying and neutralizing foreign invaders to keep you healthy. All of this is happening right now. It is the silent, magnificent orchestra of your body, playing the symphony of life. And the most remarkable part? You are not in charge of any of it. The conscious, thinking part of you, the part that worries and plans, has absolutely no role in these vital processes. In fact, If it tried to intervene, it would only disrupt the perfect, harmonious flow. There is a deep, ancient, and profoundly trustworthy wisdom at work within you. It is the same intelligence that knew how to grow you from a single cell into the complex, wonderful human being you are today. It is the intelligence that knows how to heal a wound, mend a broken bone, and fight off an infection. It is a wisdom that has been passed down through countless generations, honed over millions of years of evolution. It is flawless, it is powerful, and it lives within you. Now, here is the crucial connection. Falling asleep is a part of this same bodily wisdom. Sleep is not a mental task to be accomplished. It is a biological process to be allowed. It belongs to the same category as breathing, digesting, and healing. It is something your body knows exactly how to do. The thinking mind, the I that is trying so hard to get to sleep, is the only obstacle. It is like the conductor of the orchestra suddenly deciding to run down and tell the first violinist how to hold the bow. The violinist, who has been playing beautifully for years, would only be confused and disrupted. The conductor's best role is to trust the musicians, lay down the baton, and let the music play. Tonight, you are invited to become that wise conductor. You are invited to fully and completely trust the musicians in your orchestra. You can consciously hand over the process of falling asleep to this deeper bodily intelligence. You can say to your body, with a feeling of genuine respect and trust, "You know what to do. I trust you. I will get out of your way and let you perform your healing work." Feel the profound relief in this surrender. You are letting go of the burden of responsibility for something you were never meant to control in the first place. You are retiring from the impossible job of general manager of sleep and allowing the expert, your own body, to take over. Let this be a moment of deep appreciation for your own physical being. This body is not just a vehicle for your mind. It is a miracle of effortless function. It has carried you through every single day of your life. It has endured stress, illness, and exhaustion, and it has always worked toward healing and balance. It is your most loyal and faithful companion on this journey. So often, we live in our heads, disconnected from our bodies, treating them as something to be managed or criticized. Tonight, let's change that. Let's inhabit our bodies with a sense of gratitude and awe. Feel the life force pulsing within you, the quiet, powerful hum of trillions of cells all working together in perfect harmony for your well-being. As a final, gentle compliment to this incredible system, you can offer these words to yourself, letting them sink in deep. My body is a miracle of effortless function. I trust its ancient wisdom. Let this trust be a warm, soothing balm that spreads through every part of you. Trust your lungs to breathe. Trust your heart to beat. Trust your cells to heal. And trust your brain and nervous system to guide you gracefully and naturally into the deep, restorative phases of sleep. You don't have to figure it out. You just have to allow it. You just have to get out of the way. Surrender to the wisdom that is infinitely greater than your thinking mind. Let it cradle you. Let it carry you. Let it guide you home to the profound peace of sleep. Having placed your trust in the deep, innate wisdom of your body, let's now gently remind your mind that it too knows the way to stillness. The state of peace we are seeking is not a foreign territory that you must discover for the first time. It is a place you have been to many times before. It is a familiar room within your own inner home. You have just forgotten where the door is. So, for a few moments, we are going to gently search for that door, not by looking forward into the unknown, but by looking back into the known landscape of your own life experience. Allow your memory to drift, softly and without effort, back through the tapestry of your life. Let it scan for a time, any time, when you felt completely and utterly present. A moment when the relentless chatter of your mind went quiet, not because you forced it, but because you were so absorbed in the experience of the now that there was simply no room for thought. What was that moment for you? There is no right or wrong answer. It will be unique to your own story. Perhaps it was a moment in nature. Maybe you were standing at the edge of the ocean, watching the waves roll in, feeling the spray on your face, so mesmerized by the rhythm and the power that all your worries dissolved into the vastness of the sea. Or perhaps you were deep in a forest, surrounded by ancient trees, the only sound being the rustle of leaves and the call of a bird. In that moment, you were not thinking about the forest. You simply were the forest. You were a part of it all. Maybe for you, it was a moment of deep focus, absorbed in a hobby or a craft you love. Perhaps you were painting or playing a musical instrument or gardening. Time seemed to disappear. Your hands knew exactly what to do without conscious instruction. The constant narrator in your head fell silent, replaced by a profound sense of flow and connection with what you were doing. This state of flow is a direct experience of the quiet mind. It is a state where being completely replaces thinking. Or perhaps your moment of peace was with a person or an animal. The experience of holding a newborn baby or stroking a beloved pet. In those moments of pure, simple connection, the analytical mind often takes a back seat. There is nothing to figure out, nothing to solve. There is only the warmth, the presence, the shared being of that moment. Take a moment now. Let one such memory gently surface. Don't force it. Just create a quiet space and see what arises. It doesn't have to be a dramatic, life-changing event. It could be as simple as laughing so hard with a friend that you couldn't think, or savoring the taste of a perfectly ripe piece of fruit. Whatever memory comes, welcome it, and now, step inside it. Don't just remember it as a story, re-embody the feeling of it. If you were by the ocean, feel the cool breeze on your skin once more. Hear the sound of the waves. Smell the salt in the air. Most importantly, feel the state of your own inner world in that memory. What did that inner quiet feel like in your body? Was it a sense of expansion in your chest? A feeling of calm in your stomach? A sense of lightness and clarity in your head? You are doing something incredibly powerful right now. You are reminding your entire nervous system, your subconscious mind, that it already knows how to be still. You are showing it direct, experiential proof that peace is not an abstract concept, but a real, achievable state that you have already accessed. You are reactivating the neural pathways associated with that state of calm presence. It's like finding an old, overgrown path in the woods. The more you walk it, the clearer and more accessible it becomes. By re-embodying this memory of peace, you are clearing that path. You are making it easier for your mind and body to find their way back to that state tonight. This peaceful, present self is not a special version of you that only appears on rare occasions. It is a fundamental part of who you are. It is an inner resource that you can always return to. The noise of overthinking is like a thick layer of clouds, but this quiet, present self is the sun. The sun is always there, even when it is obscured. Your work is not to create the sun, but simply to remember that it exists and to trust that the clouds will eventually pass, revealing the light that was there all along. Your memory is the tool that allows you to feel the warmth of the sun, even on a cloudy day. It is a reminder of your own light. Let the feeling of that peaceful memory permeate your body as you lie here now. Let it fill you up. Let the remembered calm of the forest, or the remembered joy of laughter, or the remembered focus of your hobby become your present reality. You are demonstrating to yourself that you have a choice. You can choose to identify with the noisy, anxious, thinking mind, or you can choose to identify with this quiet, present, peaceful self. They both exist within you. Tonight, you are simply choosing to rest your attention on the part of you that feels like home, the part of you that knows how to just be. This is not about escaping the present. It is about enriching the present with a resource from your past. You are bringing the wisdom of your own experience into this very moment, using it as a guide, as an anchor, and as a profound reassurance. You know the way to peace. You have been there before. The map is already inside you, and tonight you are simply unfolding that map, allowing its familiar landscape to guide you gently and effortlessly into the quiet country of sleep. As the gentle echo of that peaceful memory settles into your being, we can now begin to plant these new understandings like seeds in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. As you drift closer to sleep, the barriers between your conscious and subconscious awareness become softer, more permeable. This is a powerful, receptive state, a time when new truths can be absorbed deeply and effortlessly, shaping the patterns of your mind for the night ahead and for the days to come. The most important seed we can plant tonight is this fundamental truth: my peace exists beyond my thoughts. Let this phrase gently repeat in the back of your mind, not as a forceful affirmation, but as a soft, continuous whisper, like a gentle rain falling on soft earth. My peace exists beyond my thoughts. This is a radical rewiring of our typical approach. We usually believe that our peace is dependent on our thoughts. We think, I will be peaceful when I stop having worried thoughts, or I will be peaceful when I've figured everything out. This belief keeps us trapped, forever trying to manage and perfect the contents of our minds. The new truth sets you free. It declares that peace is not found in a better set of thoughts, but in the silent space that holds all thoughts. It is like realizing that the beauty of the sky is not dependent on the shape of the clouds. The sky's beauty is its own vast, unchanging nature. To help this new understanding take root, we can water it with a few simple, gentle mantras. A mantra is not a command, but a reminder. It is a way to gently guide the mind back home whenever it starts to wander into the familiar territory of rumination. You can choose one of these that resonates with you, or simply listen as they wash over you. Let the first one be, I release the need to know. Feel the profound liberation in these words. The overthinking mind is driven by a desperate need to know the future, to know the right answer, to know what others are thinking. This need is the engine of our anxiety. By gently repeating, I release the need to know, you are unplugging that engine. You are giving yourself permission to rest in the mystery. You are embracing the wisdom that some things are unknowable, and that is okay. You are choosing trust over certainty. Let the words flow with your breath. Breathing in, I release. Breathing out, the need to know. Let a second mantra be, I trust in the quiet. This addresses the fear that often underlies our mental chatter, a fear of silence, a fear of emptiness. We keep thinking because the noise feels like a companion, a distraction from a void we are afraid to face. But as we have discovered tonight, the quiet is not an empty void. It is a space that is full of presence, full of bodily wisdom, full of deep restorative peace. By affirming, I trust in the quiet, you are befriending the silence. You are reteaching your nervous system that stillness is not a threat, but a sanctuary. It is the place of ultimate safety and healing. Breathe in, I trust. Breathe out, in the quiet. Feel yourself leaning into the silence, letting it hold you, discovering its warm and welcoming embrace. Allow these phrases to become a gentle, internal lullaby. There is no need to concentrate hard or to repeat them perfectly. Simply let them drift through your awareness, sometimes in the foreground, sometimes fading into the background. They are working on a level deeper than conscious thought, speaking directly to the part of you that is ready to learn a new way of being. They are like gentle currents in the deep ocean of your consciousness, slowly, surely, guiding you toward the shores of sleep. My peace exists beyond my thoughts. I release the need to know. I trust in the quiet. These are not just words. They are codes of release. They are permission slips for your mind to finally let go. Imagine these truths sinking down through the layers of your being, like rainwater seeping deep into the earth. They pass through the topsoil of your conscious mind, down through the denser clay of your habitual thought patterns, and into the deep, dark, fertile ground of your subconscious. And there, in that quiet, receptive place, they begin to sprout. They are seeds of a new inner landscape, one where peace is the ground you walk on, not a distant mountain you have to climb. You are not forcing this change. You are simply creating the conditions for it to happen naturally. You are providing the seeds, the water, and the quiet, trusting that the inner wisdom of your own being knows exactly how to grow. As this new understanding settles into your being, feel the subtle shift it creates. The frantic urgency of the mind begins to subside. The need to figure it all out before you can rest seems less important, less compelling. You begin to experience in a tangible way that it is possible to be at peace even with an uncertain future. It is possible to feel whole even with unresolved issues. Your sense of well-being is no longer held hostage by the state of your thoughts. You are uncoupling your peace from your thinking. This is the great unlearning. This is the path to true mental freedom. So continue to rest. Let these gentle truths be the last soft whispers you attend to as you drift. They are rewriting the old anxious programming and replacing it with a new code of trust, release, and profound self-acceptance. You are allowing this new understanding to settle deep into your being, like a warm, heavy blanket, assuring every part of you that it is finally, truly safe to let go. All is well. You can rest now. And now, as we draw closer to the edge of sleep, the time for active engagement, even the gentle work we have been doing, comes to a close. This is the moment of the great release, the final letting go. We have walked a path tonight, from acknowledging the mind's noise to understanding its protective nature. We have set down our burdens, anchored in the body, and planted seeds of a new, more trusting way of being. All of that work is done. It has been valuable and important. But now, you must even let go of the journey itself. Let go of any effort to get it right. Let go of any subtle striving to be a good meditator or to achieve a perfect state of peace. The desire to do it perfectly is just one last, subtle trick of the thinking mind. One final attempt to stay in control. There is nothing left to do, nothing to figure out, nothing to achieve. The only task that remains is to surrender, to let go of the reins completely and allow the natural, intelligent process of sleep to take over. Imagine you have been diligently and carefully weaving a beautiful, intricate tapestry all evening. You have chosen the threads of understanding, compassion, and trust. You have woven them into a pattern of release. But now, it is time to set the loom aside. The tapestry is complete enough for tonight. To continue weaving would be to strive, and striving is the opposite of sleep. Sleep is the prize you receive not for trying harder, but for finally, completely ceasing all effort. Feel this permission to let go of the entire process. If your mind is still chattering, let it chatter. If you are not yet feeling perfectly peaceful, so be it. Release the goal. Release the expectation. True surrender is unconditional. It is a radical acceptance of this moment, exactly as it is. Paradoxically, it is in this complete and total acceptance of wakefulness that the door to sleep often swings wide open. As long as we are fighting to get somewhere else, we are creating tension. The moment we say, "This is okay, I can just lie here in this state, however it is," the tension dissolves, and the very state we were striving for arrives on its own. As you release this last layer of effort, you might begin to notice a subtle, spontaneous shift. It is the feeling of mental knots beginning to loosen and unravel all on their own. You are not untying them. You are simply creating the conditions of softness and release in which they can no longer hold their tightness. Imagine a tightly clenched fist. You can try to pry the fingers open, which requires force and creates resistance. Or you can simply bring a gentle, loving awareness to the fist, and in that warmth of acceptance, the fingers will naturally, spontaneously begin to relax and open on their own. This is what is happening with the mind now. The knots of worry, the tangles of planning, they are beginning to soften and loosen simply because you are no longer feeding them with the energy of resistance or effort. This is the gentle unraveling. It is not a dramatic event, but a quiet, subtle process of dissolution. The sharp edges of your thoughts begin to blur. The logical connections between ideas start to drift apart. The linear story of your day fragments into disconnected images and feelings. This is the natural transition into the dream state, the halfway point between the structured world of waking thought and the boundless freedom of sleep. Do not try to hold on to clarity. Let it go. Allow the threads to unravel. Allow the stories to fall apart. You are drifting in a safe and gentle current, and it is carrying you away from the familiar shoreline of your conscious mind. Trust the current. It knows exactly where it is going. Let's affirm this final, crucial piece of wisdom. Let it be a deep and resonant truth that settles in your bones. Trusting the quiet is a profound act of self-care and strength. We often associate strength with action, with control, with holding on. But there is a deeper, more feminine form of strength. It is the strength to be receptive, the strength to be open, the strength to surrender. It takes immense courage to let go of the mind's perceived control and trust in the vast, unknown quiet. It is an act of profound faith in yourself and in the processes of life. It is the ultimate expression of self-care, because in this surrender, you are giving your entire being the one thing it needs most deeply, the gift of complete and total rest. So feel your strength in this moment. It is the strength of the mighty oak tree that does not fight the wind, but sways with it. It is the strength of the deep river that does not struggle against its banks, but flows effortlessly toward the sea. You are aligning yourself with this natural, yielding strength. You are no longer pushing the river. You are becoming the river. There is no resistance left, no struggle, no effort. Just a soft, warm, heavy feeling of release. The unraveling continues, gently, peacefully. Thoughts may still arise, but they are like bubbles, rising from the deep, popping silently on the surface and disappearing without a trace. They have no weight, no significance. You are simply a vast, quiet space in which everything is allowed to come and go without leaving any mark. This is the final gateway. You are standing on the threshold of a deep and healing peace. There is nothing more to do but to take that final, effortless step across. And that step is not a step of action. It is a step of falling. A gentle, trusting fall into the soft, waiting arms of sleep. Let yourself fall now. Let go of the last edge. It is safe. You are held. All is well. Now, all that remains is pure sensation. Let go of all the ideas, all the analogies, all the words. Let them dissolve like sugar in warm water, leaving only the sweet, simple taste of this present moment. Your awareness now shifts completely from the inner world of thought and feeling to the pure, direct experience of the body. There is only the breath, only the body, only this moment, drifting into the next. The pacing of our journey now becomes much slower. The spaces between the words grow longer, creating more room for you to simply be. The sentences become shorter, simpler, like soft footsteps leading you down a quiet path. Bring all of your attention to the feeling of your breath, just the feeling. The air moving in, a cool, gentle stream, and the air moving out, a warm, soft release. Do not name it, do not think about it, just feel it, in and out. A slow, steady rhythm, the rhythm of the tide, pulling gently away from the shore, and then, just as gently, returning. Each breath is a wave of calm, a wave of release. Feel your body being rocked by these gentle waves of breath, rising so slightly on the inhale, sinking so deeply on the exhale. Let the exhale be a complete letting go, a sigh of release. There's nothing to do, nowhere to go, only this breath, this simple, easy breath. It breathes itself. You are just the quiet witness, watching the tide, feeling the waves. Your body is growing heavier now, so heavy, so deeply relaxed. Feel the weight of your arms, heavy and warm. Feel the weight of your legs, completely at rest. Your whole body sinking down, down, into the mattress. The bed is holding you. You are completely supported. You can let go completely. Let the bed do all the work. You can just melting into the surface, becoming one with the quiet and the dark. Imagine yourself now, floating on the surface of a slow, gentle river. The water is calm and warm, the temperature of your own skin. The sun has just set, and the sky is a deep, peaceful violet. You are lying on your back, held perfectly by the water. The river is carrying you, effortlessly. You don't need to swim. You don't need to steer. You just float. The current is slow and steady and wise. It knows the way. It is taking you toward a great silent sea of deep, peaceful sleep. You can feel the gentle movement, the soft rocking, back and forth, side to side, soothing, comforting, like being rocked in a cradle as a child. You are safe here. You are cared for. The riverbanks are soft and green, lined with willow trees that trail their leaves in the water. The only sound is the gentle lapping of the water against the shore, a soft, shushing sound. Shh, shh, shh. It is the lullaby of the river, singing you to sleep. You can see the first stars beginning to appear in the deep purple sky, tiny, distant diamonds of light. They watch over you. They are silent companions on your journey. You are drifting farther and farther away from the shore of the waking world. The concerns of the day, the plans for tomorrow, they are all on the land you have left behind. They are growing smaller and smaller in the distance. They have no meaning here, on this peaceful river. Here, there is only the feeling of floating, the feeling of being carried, the feeling of letting go. A leaf drifts down from a tree and lands gently on the water beside you. It joins you on your journey, floating with you, effortless, simple, at peace. Your thoughts are like those leaves. They may appear, drift for a moment, and then float on by. You don't need to hold on to them. You don't need to follow them. You just let them go, watching them drift away down the river until they are out of sight. You remain here, floating, present, peaceful. The river is taking you deeper into the quiet of the night, deeper into the stillness. The water is your blanket. The sky is your ceiling. The whole world is holding you, rocking you gently, whispering, "It is time to rest. It is time to sleep." There is no resistance, no effort, just this gentle, easy flow, drifting, floating, letting go. The river is silent now. The sky is dark and full of stars. You are approaching the great, silent sea, the sea of deep sleep. You can feel its peaceful presence ahead, a vast, calm expanse of perfect stillness. The river is carrying you right into its heart, into the deep, healing quiet. Let yourself be delivered. Let yourself arrive, home, in the stillness, in the peace, in the deep, deep sleep. As you float on the edge of this vast, silent sea, the journey dissolves. The river, the shore, the stars, they all merge into a single, seamless field of quiet, dark peace. There is nothing more to do now. Nothing at all to figure out. The final act is simply to release the last remnants of conscious control, to let go of the watcher, the listener, the one who has been following this journey, to simply become the sleep that is here, waiting for you, welcoming you home. All is well. Everything is in its right place. In this profound quiet, a few final thoughts may arise, not as problems to be solved, but as gentle questions left to float in the vastness. What if the mind's noise is not a curse, but a compass, always pointing toward the parts of our lives that need more gentleness, more acceptance, more peace? What if our nightly struggles are not a battle to be won, but a patient teacher instructing us again and again in the forgotten art of surrender? Perhaps the journey into sleep is not about silencing the mind at all, but about learning to love it so completely that it finally feels safe enough to go quiet on its own. These questions need no answer tonight. They are simply seeds, left to germinate in the fertile darkness of your rest, perhaps to blossom into new understanding in the morning light. All the parts of you are here now, finally at peace with one another. The loyal guard, that tireless protector, has finally laid down its arms, trusting in the safety of this moment. The deep, oceanic stillness that is your true nature has risen to the surface, calming the once turbulent waves. The wise, ancient intelligence of your body is now fully in charge, guiding you into the profound, restorative work of healing and regeneration. There is no more conflict, no more separation, only a deep, harmonious unity. You are whole, you are complete, and you are so very, very ready to rest. So now, let us drift down through the final gentle layers into the deepest peace. We will count down softly from 5 to 1, and with each number, you will feel yourself sinking deeper, letting go more completely, welcoming sleep more fully. 5. Letting go of the body, feeling it become completely weightless, held in a perfect supportive embrace by the quiet darkness. No more tension, no more holding on, just a profound, peaceful release, sinking deeper now. 4. Letting go of the breath, no longer noticing it or following it, simply trusting it to continue its soft, steady rhythm, like a gentle, distant tide. You are being breathed, effortlessly, peacefully, drifting farther and farther out into the calm, silent sea. 3. Letting go of all sound, all sensation. The outer world fades away completely. The inner world becomes quiet. There is only stillness now, a vast, silent, velvety darkness that is so peaceful, so comforting. You are dissolving into this beautiful, healing stillness. 2. Letting go of the mind, releasing the last thought, the last image, the last whisper of a story. The mind becomes like a perfectly still, clear lake, reflecting nothing but the deep, dark, peaceful night sky. Empty, silent, and free. 1. Letting go of yourself. The final, sweet surrender. Releasing the sense of you who is trying to sleep and simply becoming the sleep itself. Merging completely with the peace, the quiet, the deep rest that has been here all along. You are home. Sleep is here now, welcoming you home. Rest deeply. All is well.